Okay, I want to start by saying I apologize for the audio in the interview video that I just posted. We talk about some interesting things. If you can tolerate it, watch. But Skype was just giving us fits, and actually we're both pretty technical guys, so there was really not much we could do about it that day. So there it is. Okay, so it's been about 2 months, and the chem planes are back. And the crazy thing about this is we're at severe fire danger because of heat and humidity, and my humidity gauge is so low that it just says low, which it does when it gets down to about, I don't know, single digits or something, maybe down below 10. It just says low. But this trail has been here now for coming up close on an hour, and there is no humidity, and I've already shot a plane that looks like it's at 50 or 60,000 feet, very high. So there it is. Okay, welcome to the Crow Discovery Project. I've got a really interesting UFO here. It's probably the closest UFO I've ever seen. As a matter of fact, I almost wonder if it's a drone. I had the camera set up, and I was shooting at infinity at these chem planes that had shown up after almost 2 months, when I saw what looked like a very metallic balloon, but then I realized that there was no wind at my level, and the chemtrails were barely creeping north up high, and this was headed southwest. So I swung the camera over. I was trying to get everything set up. I wasn't even sure if I got it in frame because I can't use the viewfinder. I have to use live view, and in the bright sun it's very difficult to do that. I finally did get it in, and I ended up firing off some stills, and I did get one still. But the object is really strange, and I saw it with my eyes, and it was only maybe 300 feet above me, and the footage that you're going to see is it going very quickly away from me. At first it looked like a balloon drifting, and then when I realized there was no wind and got the camera swung around, it started going faster, and the footage that I'm going to show you shows it going away from me very quickly. All the movement is my camera trying to get the telephoto lens adjusted and on it, and at one point I screw up the focus, but anyhow, here we go. Okay, so here is the object, and it made no noise at all, and I do really wonder if it was a drone. To my eyes it looked very metallic, but as you'll see in the footage, it doesn't look metallic at all. It's very strange. It appeared to be rotating, and since this is the only still that I got, and I believe my shutter speed was good. I don't think there's any smearing from the shutter being too slow here. I think this is an accurate representation. It's going away from me on this still. I fired off like 3 or 4 stills as quick as I could, and this is the one that I got. And I saw the object disappear. I could see it. I was losing it in the camera. I looked up at it, I could see it, and then I just couldn't see it anymore. The video footage is quick. It's about to start, and I'll just tell you, it's going to be coming from the bottom of frame. You got to look for the little white dot before I break it down. So bottom right, there it is up top, in the middle, going over to the right. It's that little tiny dot, and it's going to smear out and then go off frame. Now I'll be able to better break this down. So basically what this says is I've broken the clip down into 4 segments so I can zoom, track, and manipulate color. This is the still, and the still is higher resolution than the video, always is. But this first clip is going to be the portion that you just saw that was in frame for maybe less than a second, and I've slowed it down to about 2%. You can see the resolution drop, but part of that is due to the zoom. I've zoomed in 600%. This one doesn't tell you a lot. As we get into this, you'll be able to see more. You can start to see that it's rotating, and there are actually little white things that are coming, and they look to be spinning around it and shooting away from it, and you will see one black thing. There you can start to see the motion that I saw, and that red circle that went by is an object that I have filmed again since twice, and I've filmed them in the past as well, and this clip is heavily manipulated. So here comes the object in frame. Now right here, and try as I might, I can't really show it, but in the raw footage you can see little white things coming and zooming up either to it or around it. And they're tiny, but I just can't get it to render out and show in the editor. And again, you're coming up on the object that's going to pass. These are all slowed down to 10% and heavily color manipulated. There's the object that passes. For this to be in focus with a telephoto, it has to be pretty close to the object, or it would just be a blurry blob or see-through if it was way too close to me. But you can see kind of the little rotation that it's doing, and there's where I spaz out and lose focus because I'm running the telephoto on manual. I grabbed the wrong ring. I was reaching for the zoom ring and I took it out of focus. And here it is in slowed down just slightly. And you'll see the object right here go zooming by. And I think that's all the time I'm going to spend on this object. But I will say I have quite a few clips to make, and this could have been the most interesting, but unfortunately my camera work didn't help me out much here. I barely got it. And as I said, this object just kind of disappeared from my sight. So I will get better with the camera, but I have some fantastic, really high quality moon objects coming up, and some chemtrail work where I've got more orbs, so I'll be posting those. So please stay tuned. Cheers.